Hi, good evening. I'm Fahmi. For this assessment, my group has chosen me as the representative to interview one of the engineers that we are already selected. And his name is Mr. Fadil, who is working as the application engineer in Narco Water. First of all, thank you for your commitment and your cooperation. So the first question is that how can you relate your studies and how much the study give an actual impact about your job?
Relationship between the study and
Yes.
the job. So actually the job and the study is not much related lah. What can I say here? What we do is to have a clean water. We treat all the water to save water from
Contamination.
from the contamination or from any of the wastage lah. So what I study is bioprocess engineering. So what you expect from the relation between the bioprocess engineering and the our job, my job right now.
Not too much.
Not too much, right? So actually when I study the bioprocess engineering, so I study a lot of the biological things. So I started to have a foundation in Kuala Lumpur for science and technology, and then I got transfer for first year degree at Engineering Technologist also. So I'm one of the alumni of Engineering Technologist lah. So for the first year degree, I actually have a course on the pure chemical engineering. For the second year's degree, I study at Massey University in New Zealand. Have you been there?
Not yet, but
You should go there.
I will. Quite a background there. So
Actually, I can see in your future.
can you describe briefly about your current job, and also how can you relate the work trend? Is it in teamwork, and how's the work ethic, and also the duration of your job? I mean daily or
Actually, for my experience, I currently work alone. I'm covering all the site alone, so I have to work individually lah. So for that perspective, I have to be more disciplined and have to have a good time management lah. Before the project start, we should have like a short session for the safety. We have to talk about what we need to do. We have to plan. So the planning is important to get the job done within the time limit. So it's talking about the duration of job. It depend how well you plan the work.
so based
So-
on your experience, how well do you organize your time?
So like before you organize a project, right? When you plan a project, so you have to consider the time, you have to consider the safety, you have to consider everything. Like how many manpower you need, how many machine you have, how many system you need to treat. If you have a teamwork, like if you got 3 systems, you have to split the system. So you need to identify how many manpower you need to get the job done within the time. So if you have a time constraint that only limit up to 24 hours, so do you want to work from 8 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock for the next morning?
Of course not.
Of course not, right? Because if you unwell plan of the job, so some of the people will not really understand what you want to do actually, right? So in terms of safety, also important. If you just go in there on site, do the work without knowing the hazard, without identify the safety around surrounding, so there's something gonna happen. If we don't have any discipline toward the job, so the job will will not success lah. So the ethic, I mean the discipline, the behavior is very important. They do the job, like my technician do the job, because it is the routine words. When the routine word, so they will like do the job carelessly. That's one of the ethic issue. So this issue will promote to the safety issue. Like when they do transfer the chemical, when they do the work like piping or connection or cutting the pipe. So because of this is the routine job, then they know that's better, so they will do it carelessly.
How can you relate the technology of the company, Narco Water, to the Revolution 4.0, Industrial Revolution 4.0?
Because Narco Water, we have that technology. Maybe it will relate to our technology of the controlling automation of the like wastewater or cooling tower.
What kind of technology specify?
We have like automation in controlling the chemical dosing and also controlling the cycle of the water. So it's a high-tech technology, and it is import from US. That's why I say in Malaysia we are far behind. So most of the customer don't really know about this. So they say this is too expensive. The price is really expensive, but you have to consider what the saving you get, how much the water you can save, how much the electricity, how much the energy you can save. So for this automation, so we have this kind of product that have both automation and also monitoring online. So I can show you here through the internet. I can monitor online all the equipment that I install on site to monitor and control all the equipment in the office. From just one click, you can control the pump.
Oh.
So all the data will cache in the system, and then we can control remotely.
Oh, okay.
So they catch the data, they read the data. If not meeting the spec, we can monitor online, we can control online what we want to do, and there's also alarm and notification that will notify us about this. So it's a great technology actually, but in terms of manpower, they still need to have a manpower for this. So actually the automation is not really reducing the manpower work, because all the machine need to like they need to get service, like calibration. When sometime happen like the pipe burst, there's a tube leakage, you still need to go on site and rectify. You still need to have a technician, right?
But you can get notified before the let's say the pump is having a leakage, right? So,
Yes.
But you will get notified before the.
Through the online, we can see the trend also. When you see the trend is abnormal, so that means there's something wrong with that. So you also have to go on site to check what's the root cause of that problem, that uncommon trend. We still need to handle that kind of machine. We still need to handle, but it just the automation, all the technology is just easy the way we work. So you are in the process, right? So what is the process in the making the paper industry? So there will be a lot of process, right? So do you want to have all the manpower do all that job? No, right? So that must be an automation. There must be a PLC to control all the system. But there's still need of manpower to stabilize the system. So it is a good idea to establish the Revolution 4.0 into Malaysia, because when I can see in the Malaysia there's a lot of immigrants working in the industry. So in the industry of like working in a site which has a lot of immigrants really hard, because one is the
Understanding.
communication barrier, right? So there will be like several issues will raise up due to that. So if we have this kind of technology, so we can reduce the immigrant and apply the skilled worker. Skilled worker must be in the local, right? So will open more opportunity to local people to work in industry. So no need to have like third class of contractor to do all the simple job.
About your opinion, is Malaysia right now achieving the title of the modern country?
I don't say Malaysia in modern country because Malaysia is a developed country.
Still in
So
development.
modern countries like Japan, like China. China also developing, but is going toward the modern country. Well, what I can see from the wawasan pulau, right? So we are going there. We are good, really interact actually, but we have need to have more time.
Yeah, not in 2020.
Not in 2020 because we still have like internet issue, race issue, relation issue.
Final question. Can you give your personal opinion about the current modern level of Malaysia compared to other country,
Level?
other country like Japan, Germany? Also, you can give your comparison about your New Zealand, your background of studies.
Like for Malaysia, if we compare Malaysia to Japan, yeah, of course it's way far behind us. So, but if we compare to New Zealand, I think it's not really too much different. Malaysia reaching close to New Zealand, but because of the environmental like climate factor, so must be something that will limit Malaysia to get closer to New Zealand. If I talk about technology, yes, Japan is far away, right? But their people maybe get sometimes got stressed also. So that's why if you can see the suicide issue in Japan is getting really hard, right? In Japan, they not really enjoy. They're not happy doing the work, but they have to work to live there. Sometimes they need to work extra hours. They don't have time for the family. They don't have time for leisure. How we want to build discipline, I say it's discipline in yourself. First day on your life, I mean the first day of every day, the first thing you have to do is making your bed.
Yes.
If you just wake up, have a shower, go to work or go to class, didn't making the bed, just leave your bed really messy, you have no
So
discipline.
it's like the first mission of the day.
The first mission you have making your bed. If you have a good bed, you have nice bed, that means you control your life. Because you have your plan already. So that means you have to wake up early first. You have a shower and then you make your bed. That's the punctuality. So you can enjoy the rest of your last day, whatever you want to do during the day.
Okay, that's all, and thank you very much for your preparation, Mr. Fadil. And that's it for the interview session. So I'm coming and thank you. That's all.